the crossbar. Goal! And it's a try to deflect off the goal team. Quick to left field and down for a base hit.
Hunterdon Central is going to win the state finals here tonight.
Mark it on the board. Touchdown, Red Devils. On the deflection. On the deflection. Hunterdon Central.
And joining us for today's pregame show, it's Red Devils senior Reagan Schubach. Reagan, it's playoff time. What you guys have been waiting for all year. How do you feel heading into today's game?
I mean, I'm super excited. I know the whole team is. We've been practicing all week, and we're just trying to keep our excitement handled and just focus on the game.
So we know what happened last year. You guys went pretty far. You had the loss to Westfield to finish things off. I'm sure you've been waiting for 2 months to get to this point where it starts. How does the focus change now that it's essentially the next loss is your last?
I mean, we know that the next loss could be our final, and the seniors especially. Like we want to play for each other and make this the most memorable season we've had yet.
Now, Reagan, you're going down as one of the most decorated and celebrated players in this school's history, without a question. What is it like looking back on your 4 years here as a varsity player with so much accomplishment?
Yeah, I mean, being a part of this program has meant so much to me, and being able to leave an impact on the program and the girls here just is everything to me, and I'm so happy that I've gotten the opportunity to be here.
And you've been here for it all. You were here for a state championship team. You played with the great Emily Mason. Have you had a chance to reflect on that a little bit, or is it still a little early for that?
For me, it's still a little bit early. I don't want to reflect on anything until it's all over with, and we're not going to be over with for a little while now, and I'm just trying to focus on the games ahead of us.
And that was Red Devils senior Reagan Schubach. Stay tuned for today's game against Linden.
Start now. Hello, hello, hello. My name's Julia Labate with Hunterdon Central TV. Today you are tuning in to the girls' soccer game with Linden Tigers playing Hunterdon Central Red Devils here at Stewart Field in Flemington, New Jersey. Today is the first round for the Hunterdon Central Red Devils for the NJSIAA North Jersey Section 2 Group 4 tournament. Should be a good game tonight. We got youth night as well, pink out night, so a lot of action here at Hunterdon Central Stewart Field. We're awaiting the girls running onto the field right now. We got the youth Flemington girls soccer program and boys soccer program creating a tunnel for the girls to come through. In the front immediately, you got Isla Krowicki coming out, our Hunterdon Central senior starting goalie, followed by Reagan Schubach, Lexi Dendis, and Emily Dendis. So, super exciting start of the night. I will be joined tonight by Tyler Rodriguez. Unfortunately, he is not with us currently as he is just coming from soccer practice, but he will be here shortly, so stay tuned to hear him. So, we will be awaiting the game right now as the youth kids are running off the field. Okay, so we got Hunterdon Central at the sideline, you know, all huddled up, getting ready for the pregame talk from Coach Huron, Hunterdon Central's head coach, and Coach Spina, Hunterdon Central's assistant coach. So, you know, they're doing their cheer right now. You got Linden on the other side of the field, other sideline, doing their cheer as well. Should be a good game today. Big expectations for the Hunterdon Central Red Devils from this first round tonight, where they will possibly move on to compete in the quarterfinals, either against Elizabeth or Newark East Side. So that'll be super exciting. Hunterdon Central girls soccer is ranked in the second seed, with Watchung Hills in the first seed, and Linden soccer is ranked in the 15th seed. So, we got Hunterdon Central hopefully winning the game tonight. As my counterpart walks through the door, Tyler Rodriguez, he will be joining us in a few seconds to lead this game. It's going to be Hunterdon Central with the ball to start the game. Reagan Schubach on the kick. And we are off. It's 40 minutes on the clock for this first half, so super exciting. Hi, Tyler. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Julia. I just had a bit of a 200 feet sprint to get here, so give me like 30 seconds to catch the breath. But I'm looking forward to some good state action. It was this first round of states, Julia.
Indeed it is, Tyler. First round against the Linden Tigers.
Yeah, it looks big game. Looks like Central will be in the 4-3-3. Was that Brennan on the left back. Then this Herb, Fasinelli backline. Sorrentino has a 6. You have Givonda and McKenna ahead of her. Reagan Schubach taking his long throw, and she'll play through the middle. Lexi Dennison off the left, and looks like Vanell Star on the right. And Krowicki in that. So rather simple, normal lineup for the Red Devils. Expecting big things for them against Linden here. It's youth night as well, Julia, for you all those of you that do not know.
Indeed, you did miss it, but you had all the youth kids up on the center of the field, creating the tunnel to lead Hunterdon Central's girls team.
Oh, we'll see him play at halftime.
Oh yeah, we will.
And the boys team here as well. We just got back from a
Yes.
pasta party. It's pretty good, the food.
How many pounds now?
Don't know the pound amount. I did play a little bit of poker, a couple hands. I mean, pasta was good. I would probably not as much as 7, maybe 4 or 5 if we're lucky. The pink out's still going strong too. What are your thoughts on the pink socks, Julia?
The pink socks are a good look in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month for October. You had the neon pink warm-up shirts as well earlier on today for Hunterdon Central girls, and you got a lot of pink in the crowd today, specifically from the underclassmen as well, so freshmen and JV girls soccer teams just supporting in the pink Hunterdon Central shirts, so super nice to see.
Yeah, dude. Fasinelli not taking this throw. Gavon tries to cut it back. And that's up the line. Looks like it will be a, what did I say, Red Devils throw. Surface will be relatively slick. I just played on it a couple hours ago. So passes aren't accurate. They will slide. Gotta watch out with this wetness on the turf. But obviously shots will be very difficult. Ayana Muniz in goal. Obviously a bit undersized, so let's see if the Red Devils can get at the Linden goalkeeper here. She kicks this one up. Flicked on. And now Sarah Herb will have some defending to do so. Sorrentino, Fasinelli sprinting back. Some numbers forward here for Linden. It's Herb who can cut it out briefly, however. I believe that's Allison Gomez on it. She gives it away. Here's Dennis. Can she turn? Yes, she can. Can she find the ball to Schubach? Schubach will stretch her legs, but won't get there. Like I said, Joel, it does skip off the turf. You saw that there from Dennis, hitting that one in behind. A couple bounces through to the keeper. And up again. McKenna will win. Exquisite from her. Here's Vanal just over her head. Brennan meets it well. Brilliant take by McKenna. Now here is Herb. She can drive. Long switch. Schubach's in. Touch by. She's fouled. Was that the last man? Could be a red card here, Julia. If the proximity was close enough, denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity is a red card. You would think a yellow at least. Looks like they're not going to give anything. They said defender was back. That is a bit of a shocking decision. Schubach takes quickly. Saved. Vanilla in. Fasinelli. Wow. Can you believe that, Julia? Nothing giving, and then they don't even get a goal out of it.
You know what? I think Hunterdon Central has a good chance at winning this, and they know that too. So they're playing pretty slow from the beginning. I think the intensity of this game is just going to escalate as we get closer to the beginning of the second half, or to the end of this first half.
So corner whipped in. Dennis off the crossbar. Was it Schubach? I don't know who it was. I think it was Reagan Schubach. So off the running behind from Reagan Schubach, should have maybe gotten a goal out of it. They get a corner and they get a goal. They call it for Lexi Dendis. So good finish from her. Dennis been an important scorer for the Red Devils this year, of course. For Dennis, that's her 10th. That's a big number for Schubach. Obviously, the leading scoring this year with 21 goals. And there she is again. I still think, though, for the Red Devils, that should have been at least a yellow card, if not a red card for me. Schubach's in behind, no one's catching her. She would probably be scoring that. And if red card's given, that changes the game. But as it still is 1-0 with 5 minutes gone, is a great start from the Red Devils. Ellie Dennis will be playing soccer at the next level, of course, in college next year. For those of you who don't know, she'll whip this one in. Dennis is there. Gomez can make the catch very well. Oh, that's Muniz, sorry. Gavon's there. Off the Muniz kick. Dennis could bounce the ball out wide. Here's Brennan. Bit of whippage. Can Vanilla arrive at the far stick? No, she cannot. You notice they will do that a lot, the defenders for Central. They're not afraid to hit long diagonals, long pings with whippage, crossing from deep, early balls in. Done it a couple times already. Gavon wins. Here's Dendis. 2v2 if they can hurry. Shoebox in the box. Unmarked. Balls to her. Corner again for the Red Devils. Score up the last one. See what they could do here. Dennis shows short for her. Whip it in first time, no. Takes a touch. Another one. Cuts inside. Now shot comes in. Not the best from her. Now here's Brennan. Natalie Brennan. Out of play. Interestingly, we're corner. We've seen that a couple times from them. Ideally, it should be played back there so she can whip it in first time. But just was play a bit too hard for her. Couldn't quite get in first time. They need to get a touch out of the feet. Very simple pattern though. You see that a lot from Julia, trying to draw players in and then get a ball in first time. Changes the angle. Defenders have to step up. Ruins kind of the line. Makes it more difficult to defend. Fasinelli clearing it right in front of her half. Game's been played in this Red Devils half in this opening 8 minutes. As Gavon will give chase. She will get there. Her touch is poor though, isn't it? Wait a minute with the goal kick. Number 21, the junior. She's front three is very interchangeable, Julia. Starts with Schubach through the middle. Benella's there now. Schubach off the left. Dennis off the right. They can do really anything. Makes it very difficult to mark Schubach. Excellent take. Can skip by one. Has an angle shot. Oh, what about that touch from Schubach, though, Julia? Exquisite, wasn't it?
Indeed, you know, she's really good at just getting open, getting into those little peek holes, you could say.
Yeah, the little pockets.
Exactly. And then just shooting those, you know, it's about repetition in soccer as well. keep just going for those shots. One, you'll get lucky, so hopefully we'll see that soon from Reagan Schubach, so she can land another goal on this season.
An excellent take with the outside of her foot. Reminds me of Riyad Mahrez, the Algerian winger from Manchester City. Beautifully done from her. And it's interesting with Schubach, she is an exquisite striker, but she maybe good chance she'll be playing center back for the Gamecocks next year. She can play kind of both, but obviously a striker, the amount of goals she scored for the Red Devils it's just crazy. It's like she's playing beginner on FIFA, isn't it? Here's Brennan. Dennis chops in. McKenna will running beyond her. The pass is out of play. Simple pattern there, Julia. Striker drops in, running in behind her. What McKenna's trying to do with Dendis. She's on it now. Can she turn? She goes back. Here's Sorrentino. Fasinelli's open on the far side. Passes to her. Not the best. She controls it, though. Tries to skip by one. Will lose it. Can she fight for it? Herb hasn't had much to do, so get it here. Time and space. She loses it. Here's Dendis. Steps in. Beautifully done by her. Brennan. Vanilla. Open. She'll get it. Little 1-2. Here's Dendis. Shoebox in. Givon's in. Skips by one. And another. Splits two. By another. Dendis. Highlight reel stuff from her there. Just to split the defense. Couldn't get a shot off. End product's the most important thing. But it was brilliant to watch it from Lexi Dendis. Here's her sister Emily now. Foul throw. You know, Julia, Arsenal this year, top of the Premier League. Great start they had. Last year, Julia, it's a huge club, obviously, many of you probably will know it, based in North London. They were bottom of the Premier League, looking at relegation. Through the first month of the season, they had more foul throws than goals, Julia. It's a crazy statistic there, not many will know. And that happens every now and then, but at the pro level, it's very rare. Great run from Schubach. Tries to take it off her head. Could have maybe used the chest there, but just knocks out of play. And right now, Julia, it's a case that Linden just can't get out of their own half, can they?
You know what? If Linden has a chance in this game tonight, the Tigers are going to need to put in some very strong efforts on defense. You know, Hunterdon Central's offensive side with Reagan Schubach, Lexi Dendis, Lauren Vanella, they're really just unstoppable. So it's going to be a tough fight for them tonight, but we'll see what they can make out of this first round.
They've certainly struggled to get out here. The 15 seed, Central obviously 2. Givon will knock that one forward. Dennis's throw. Schubach takes that off the neck. Sorrentino loads of space. So is Brennan, who will get it now. Givon's playing as the 9. Schubach sprinting in the box. Whipped in low. Into the hands of Muniz there. Played up. Fast Night couldn't win the first. And McKenna's able to get a challenge in there. Again, that's Allison Gomez, probably their most dangerous player. Oh, and that's poked in behind there. Schubach counts on a little mistake. Her 22nd goal of the season. Julia, what happened there? Did you see that?
Indeed, I did. You know, Schubach just dribbled right past those girls for the ball. Super speedy. You got that quick movement from her, really just solidifying how good of a player she is and how fast she is on the ball.
Yeah, I wonder if they give McKenna the assist there. She has one goal on the in McKenna. That would be her 4th assist. She knocked it in behind. But that's the thing. Gomez, Allison Gomez, number 8 for Linden. Their leading scorer, 20 goals on the year. Schubach's got 29. She's their main threat, and they shut her down really well, and it comes into a goal-scoring opportunity. That's key to the game for the Red Devils. Can you shut down number 8? Playing in behind Dennis, who will not get there. Another goal kick, common theme here for Linden so far. And it's out of play for Fasinelli. Back if it's on. Goes up the line. Dennis gets her body in. Takes it with her laces. Cuts back. Exquisite from her. On her left peg. Can she get a shot? She can. Oh, Dennis. Ein Robin in his prime at Bayern Munich there from her. Lovely work from Lexi Dennis. What do you make of that, Julia?
No, super smooth goal. Straight into the left lower side of the goal. So really impressive shot right there. Lexi was really smooth on the ball, super controlled.
That's her weak foot too, Julia.
Indeed it is. So super impressive from her. I believe, what is that?
Her second, she got a brace.
Her second goal
That's what it's
today,
called.
11th goal of the season. So
yeah, 11-9 on the season. I mean, that's what it is, Julia. You know, you probably remember Ein Robin, the Netherlands, the Dutch right winger, played at Bayern Munich for all those years with Lewandowski, with Ribéry, who recently just retired. Frank Ribéry, very sad. A great French winger for years and years. He played off the right, was known for cutting in and whipping it to the far stick. It was unstoppable. It was brilliant there from Dennis, doing the same thing. Gavon, this is lovely from her by 3, and that's a free kick. That's what the midfielders can do for the Red Devils. They all have the ability to drive at the ball. And it looks like she'll want to take this as well. 3-0 within 15 here for the Red Devils. Lovely start from them. Gavon, oh, that spilled. And then climbed on very well. It's probably about 25, 26 yards out. Gomez, Fasinelli will have a tough job with her, but really she's had no supply. It's been tough. Herb skips by 1. Fasinelli up. It's fired away. And that'll play. Schubach just have the long throw. Launches one, and that's well done from her. It's a touch. Vanilla couldn't get there. Played up again. Sorrentino, Brennan are there. Headed up. McKenna couldn't take it. And Red Devils throwing. Herb. Then this bit of a possession now for the Red Devils. Great ball. Here's Gavon. Lovely touch. Now can drive. Cuts it back. Wasn't on for Schubach. Brilliant there from Gavon. Just couldn't find the final ball. Sorrentino. But coach for Linden, Carlos Silva, would be very disappointed there, Julie. It's just too easy for the Red Devils. They can just get the ball under control and just hit a ball in between the lines, and just like that, they're through. It's not even that difficult of a pass, and then just getting at the back four. Gotta make things more compact. We'll try to get up the pitch. We'll get some numbers up in the Red Devils' half. Schubach, Dennis, that's brilliant. How fast now, I should say. She took the throw. She whipped it in. And then Muniz up. Well, it's a bit bouncy off the thighs. And here's Schubach back heel. Sorrentino's there. Herb. Not the best there, but Gavon's on it again. She can drive. She can skip by 1. Schubach's in the box. Here so is Vanilla. Lovely again to drop the shoulder. Lofted up to the back stick. And now will do well to keep this in. She's done it. And she'll win a throw. That's why, Gavon Joy, she was nominated for a couple weeks ago Sophomore Player of the Week. And you can see why. It's dropping the shoulder effortlessly to beat a couple. Vanilla does well to get her body in. Brennan, cross wasn't quite there, wasn't it? Another goal kick for Ayana Muniz. Plays this one up. McKenna couldn't take it out of the air. Gavon. Schubach wants it towards the corner flag. She'll get it. That's great defending there. Played short. Brennan. Off the left peg, it's low. Emily Dendis. Pinged in. Fasinelli wins it. Vanilla just couldn't gamble there, couldn't read it. And it's a decent opportunity there for the Red Devils. Played up again towards Gomez. Here's Fasinelli. Vanilla. Gavon. Can they get numbers up? Dennis is there. Good touch. Just overran it a bit. Here she is again. Sorrentino combining with McKenna. Back from McKenna. Good ball for Brennan. Knocks it up. Schubach. Exactly what you want, a 1v1. Skips by one. Into the box now. She'll have a go. And she will score. Reagan Schubach. Turn up this crowd. Wow.
Really nice effort from her there, right past number one and straight into the right lower side off the post and into the goal.
And that will be Brennan's 4th assist of the year. That's lovely 1v1 work there from Schubach. Just drops the shoulder, uses speed to get by one, and then there it is in the box to the far stick brilliantly. And that will be Alessia Flood coming in, Vanilla out, Lila Hopkins in, Luxie Dennis out. And Olivia Kroicke in for serve. So Brandon has Dennis on if she wants it. It's very much on. Set it down the line towards Flood. Can she get a body in? She can't quite do it. And it will be a corner. She does well to win it. Schubach with an in-swinger if she wants it. It's a nice ball. Flood with the header. Great clearance there. Lovely defending. Here's Schubach again. Not where the Tigers want her. Step over. Little flick out wide. Brennan 1v1. Poor touch, let her down. Schubach's there. Knocks out of play. Get up the line. Brennan. Call it with her hand. Usually see things like this a lot, Julia. Flood came in on the left. She's now on the right. Hopkins came in off the right. She's now through the middle, and Schubach's now on the left. The fluidity of that, it's just very difficult to mark.
Indeed, but that is the real trick to having a great upper three players playing forward. You got to have that movement within the forwards. They got to be moving around the entire time continuously, throwing the defenders off, and just being everywhere at once.
So crowd likes that yellow card issued out there. Probably for dissent. It's a free kick right around the halfway line. Of course, if you get a yellow card, you have to go into the sin bin, Julia. So you basically have to go off the pitch for a period of time. This one's pinged up. Dennis can clear it away. Played back into the mixer. Fasinelli, good clear. Gavon, not the best touch, but able to keep it and find Brennan. Here she is again. That's better from her. Here's McKenna. Can she open it? Just about does it. Fasinelli. Lovely touch from her. Has Gavon to her left. Flood to her right. Hopkins making the run to the corner flag. This is lovely stuff from the Red Devils. Floods back on the cutback. Here's Hopkins. She goes line. Chops it back inside with the left peg. Defended away. That's beautiful from the Red Devils. Beautiful football, isn't it, Julia?
Indeed, you know, great movement between Lauren Fasinelli, the right back, and Lila Hopkins, the sophomore who's playing forward.
Right wing there on that one.
Indeed.
Flood was involved as well. Now it's a corner. Everyone basically back from Linden to defend. Pinged in well. Schubach. That's a key there, Julia. Gotta just keep it down. If you can keep it down, it's got a great chance of scoring. A lot of clubs, when they do crossing and finishing, Julia, if you kick a ball over the bar, especially in the Premier League, it's a 500-pound fine. Every shot over the bar on a volley. Here we go, another goal kick. McKenna, it's a nice touch from her. Schubach can turn. Ooh, through the legs of one. Reagan Schubach. Wow. No other words. Reagan Schubach. Wow. Oh my. She's ending careers out there. That's brilliant from her. I mean, the ability there, Julia, just to take it, turn, and then just the audacity. How naughty can you be to just do it through the legs of a defender there? Wow. You
know, Reagan Schubach really does it all. She makes it look like these Linden players have only been playing for the last year during their soccer careers. Reagan, she's just ultimately a great player. Love to see her at Hunterdon Central. It's going to be super sad to see her go, as there's maybe only 3 games left in their season so far.
Yeah, and so for her, I think that's her second on the day. Dennis has a brace. Schubach has a brace. I'm not sure who. I think Schubach may even have a hat trick. Yes, she has a hat trick. So already a hat trick for Schubach. 24 for her on the year. That's hugely impressive. Yeah, because I don't think anyone else scored. No defenders. She hasn't. So.
Yes, I believe it's 2 currently from Lexi Dendis and 3 from Schubach.
Yeah, so a brace from Dennis. Now here's Gomez. She's their danger man. Cuts it back. Surrounded by 3 Red Devils. Olivia Kurwicki, the sister of Isla Kurwicki. Who Isla Kurwicki's been a spectator today, Julia. Nothing to do.
Indeed, I believe she hasn't even touched the ball once yet this game.
She'll be trying to. That's the trick there, Julia. A lot of top clubs, their goalkeepers don't have to do much, but the top ones can stay switched on for when they have to make the one crucial save. They're there to do it. Gomez skips by Duquevin, trying to go through the legs of Fasinelli. It's knocked out of play. Linden throw. Played up, not the best throw. Gavon, not the best clearance, but it will fall for McKenna. Brennan has space to drive. She sees green and she goes. Schubach's making an excellent run. That's an excellent ball. Schubach. She'll be one-on-one. She'll round the keeper. And she will score. Was it ever in doubt? No, it wasn't. Schubach. 4 goals. And you know what that's called, Julia? That is called a hatful. 4 goals. A brace is 2. Hat trick is 3. Hatful or a glut is 4 for 5. And of course, the double hat trick is 6. That best part of that goal for me is the run. And then the ball from Natalie Brennan. That's her 2nd assist on the day. Brennan. So I'm pretty sure it's her 5th on the year. Yep, that's her 5th on the year. The run from Schubach was the best part. And then she just has that speed. No one can catch her. Rounds the keeper like she's not there. And then the finish. Not easy from that angle, Julia. But she makes it look like it's a chore. So easy from her. And now she's been subbed off for Parente. 4 goals in 24 minutes is not bad. Now Kuriki gets some touches. And again. Play to his sister. It's Parente, who last year played a lot as a center mid. This year been used more in the front line. Because the Red Devils do like to play with some false nines. I've seen Lexi Dennis do it a lot. Parente certainly can do that as well. And now they're starting to keep more possession of the ball. Dennis, she will drive. And still, Don tries to slip a ball, but to no one in particular. Played out wide. Gomez is there. Looks to find a pass. And I think she'll want a free kick. So the youth here on youth night getting a show, Julia. What have you made of this performance from the Red Devils?
You
As
know,
Ricky gets subbed out for Megan Keller.
indeed, you know, Red Devils have been super dominant tonight. You've seen it in Reagan Chubak. You've seen it in Lexi Dendis. You've seen it in Lauren Fasinelli and Emily Dendis getting up there as backs to, like,
Helping
go for the
attack,
goal,
yeah.
help with attack. So super impressive gameplay so far from Hunterdon Central. Hoping to see them keep this momentum and movement up.
Great ball from Flood. Nice little 1-2, Parente. And they'll go again. Hopkins in the box. Brennan did a little 50-yard sprint to get in there. Parente tried to skip by, and so won a corner. Megan Keller, a friend from, from track. Is that right, Julia?
Indeed she is.
What events does she do?
She does most of the short sprints. So that's 100, 200 in the winter season. It's 50 meter. So yeah, she does have that quick speed that is very helpful when you're a goalie to get to that ball quickly.
Come off your line when you need it, yep. Hopkins strikes it into one defender. Gomez now. It's a 1v1 if she can hurry. She can't. She's trying to do too much. Gavan will win it. It's a very short bench for Linden, only 4 on it. Red Devils have a wealth of options if they need them. That will be a goal kick. Muniz again. She's probably Julia. How many goal kicks do you think she's had?
I'd say maybe 20.
Yeah, I was
25?
about to say, and that's just Linden has barely had the ball, and when they have, it's been all in their own half. It's a real issue for them at the moment. Brennan, Flood. Can she go 1v1? No, she's been combining really well tonight. Flood will cut it back. She goes down there. It's probably a pen. She doesn't. Here's Parente. She'll have a go. Ooh, Parente. Pick that out, would you? What a finish from her. Right into the top corner. That's exquisite stuff from the sophomore.
Indeed, right into the top corner, right outside of the box. That is Lila Parente's second goal of the season, I believe.
And that'll be Flood on the assist, which will give her her 4th. Beautifully done by Parente. Second goal. That could be goal of the season for the Red Devils. Of course, I think if the keeper was taller, she probably would get there, but she's not. And regardless, it's a great finish from her, isn't it? Beautifully done by Parente. Just strike that one right into the top corner. Usually from there, you try to whip it with a bit of curl. Julie did a far stick. She just hit that one pure and true with the laces. That was brilliant from her. Brennan able just to see that one out. 7-0 in 1.5 is impressive. What have you made of this performance from the Red Devils?
You know, overall, super dominant once again. You're seeing a lot of these big players get those goals in early on. Reagan Schubach with a goal in the first 3 minutes of gameplay, I believe. So, really dominant performance from Hunterdon Central Red Devils. Would love to see them keep it up in the second half as well, as we only have about 11 minutes remaining in this first.
Fasinelli goes in strong. That's a free kick. Now it's pinged up. Sorrentino, lovely touch from her. Gavon, it's a great first half. Floods in space. She'll drive. Hopkins making a nice run. Slips it in. The back heel's on here. Parente in space. Cuts it back. Hopkins. Parente. Will she shoot? She will. Will she score? She will. Parente's now got a brace. So, triples her goal tally on the year. 8 for the Red Devils. 8, Julia. And that is, I mean, that's a team goal there. Gavon driving. Hopkins, exquisite run. Parente, great run from her, good combination, and then she's able just to cut back. It's a beautiful skill to strike off the underside of the bar. It always looks better when it goes off the underside of the bar into the net. That's beautiful from her, isn't it, Julia? Beautiful team goal from the Red Devils. Coach Short would be happy. You would really think so.
Indeed, and you know, Lila Parente is one of those players who tended to have a lot of playing time last year, and that has been cut short. That could be for multiple different reasons. I think one being this new coach and new dominant players as well for Hunterdon Central. So it's been super nice to see her get in those 2 goals today and just show how dominant she is as well on the field, playing varsity only as a sophomore.
Yeah, she's going to try to prove her worth for sure. Abby Johnson and Aaron Johnson both into the game. You know Abby very well. One of your good friends from JV, Julia.
That's one way to put it, Tyler. There she is on the ball as well.
So have a tough job against Gomez defending here. And that's played in, and Keller will. That's what they call meet and drink, Julia, which means a routine save for a keeper. Dennis Johnson's in a good pocket. Brennan. Parente. Ooh, that would have been a bit cheeky. Gomez couldn't take it. Play up the line. It's a good ball. Flood will drive. Can Gavon get there? It'll be a great task if she can. Just gonna get there. Not easy though from her. Gavon plays in his Hopkins. Aaron Johnson can win it. Play this one up. Here's Flood. Hopkins, good ball for Brennan. She's had a great half. Flood's open on the back stick. Instead she shoots. Service is poor, but the run was better. It's been a pattern we've seen emerge in Julia. She's able to just arrive kind of late, get the ball switched out to her, and been able to find those crosses. And that time it wasn't there, but the pattern certainly is. Minus again. Nearing into 30 goal kicks. McKenna over her. Gavon's there. Oh, skips by one with ease. By another. Hopkins. That's a great play by Gavon. Great ball. Would have been a great goal. Instead, it's a corner for the Red Devils as we nearing 8 minutes to play here in the first half. And more subs. Brennan out. Dennis out. Dame Mazak into the game. And Sydney Artachi as well. So whipped in well by Gavon. Johnson's there. Made it well with the her head, but not enough power. Muniz can clear this one up. Krowicki. Good defending from her. Here's Flood. Johnston. Played in. Parente for her hat trick. Won't get it this time. Hopkins, poor touch. Oh, Parente, well, we want that one back, that's for sure. Play up again. Gomez kind of bring it in. Johnston. Krowicki. Now they can get wide and play here. Keller. Good ping out wide for Artachi. Touch off her head. Maddie Decatur, number 4 for the Red Devils. Isaac, Tachi. Decatur's in good pocket, so it's Hopkins. Parente's in space. Jack Byer just walks into the room from marching band. I'm not sure what they had. Maybe I would guess a competition, or if they're leaving for one.
You know, they're all in uniform, so I'd assume a competition as well. Not exactly sure
I don't know
where
if they
though.
went, if they're leaving, or if they just came back. But I guess that will remain to be told to us. Good header there. Johnson, good touch. Mazak can work it around. He's Krowicki. Good play from the Red Devils. Let's say break through the midfield lines. Flood now in loads of space. Uses it well for Johnston. Givand. Not the best ball. Still may work out. Tachi. Johnston. Mazak. Possession here is good for the Red Devils. Krowicki. Johnson looked good at the 6 today. Of course, they only really have Sorrentino that can play there, so she will be really important for them if she can come in and do that job. Artachi as left back. And Franken just super tired. They're not looking to push up the pitches. Basically just kind of walking around, not engaging really at all. Not marking in the midfield. Johnson's open. Gavon's in loads of space as well.
We have to give a shout out to Mr. Brandt. He's watching in his office.
Mr. Brandt watching in his office. The principal of the school. Your thoughts on him, Julia?
You know, I do really like Mr. Brandt. He was at your game yesterday as well, watching up in the press box. So it's really nice to see him getting out and supporting all of these Hunterdon Central athletics.
Thinks Tyler's Shakespearean.
Do you think I'm Shakespearean? That's nice of him to say. Here's Flood. Head combos have been very nice today. Johnson, that's a bit cheeky from her. Plays this one back, Krowicki. And this, probably, Julia, is something Coach Short will be telling them to do. Not trying to score again, trying to possess the ball. And it's a bit of a debate, Julia, you know. If you remember back to the Women's World Cup when the U.S. beat, I think it was Thailand or some country like that, probably like 12-16-0. And a lot of teams saying it was disrespectful. Other pros coming out saying it wasn't. Saying that just passing, keeping the ball around when the crowd yells, ole, ole, with every pass is more embarrassing for the opposition. Go and keep attacking, showing you respect them. And you're still here to play, you're still here to score. Just depends how you look at things. Regardless, here's Krowicki. World Cup coming this winter, Julia. Who's your favorite to win?
Who's my favorite to win?
Yep.
You know what? Don't really have a preference. Always got to root for, you know, United States of America, though, because that is our national team.
But come on, Julia. You're not going to be betting on the USA to win with the grip they're in.
Not necessarily, no.
For me, it's Argentina. I think they're looking good.
Argentina is looking
They
good.
are 3 games away from beating Italy's record for the longest unbeaten run. It spans over a period of 2 years. Their last loss was to Brazil back in 2019. So almost 3 years that run goes. About 60 games they haven't lost. Brazil's looking really strong too. With the amount of players they have in that front line. Neymar, of course, Gabriel Jesus in great form, Firmino, Antony that made the move to Manchester United, Rafinha at Barcelona, they looking dangerous as well. France could be a good shout, the holders, but a lot of issues in the camp right now with them. A lot of problems with licensing with Mbappe, their main star. Griezmann looks like he can be hitting form. Conte is hurt, which will miss the World Cup. That's a huge blow. Pogba is well injured. So it'll be interesting for them to see how they operate. And it will be interesting for us, Julia, to see how we're going to watch it. If we can stream off our Chromebooks, that will be the ideal avenue. So we just can't miss the World Cup. If Mr. Brandt's watching, I hope he hears this now. We need to be watching the World Cup during school. So get it on the TVs and Commons. Get it in the little theater. Get it in the rooms. Get it wherever. We cannot miss the World Cup. Only once every 4 years. Our country's in it for the first time in 8 years. And if we can see skills like this, that'll be brilliant. That's a shot from Decatur. Muniz, great save. Good hit from Decatur there.
Not only the World Cup, Mr. Brandt, but got to mention March Madness as well with the basketball.
No students focus during March Madness. The phones are on the Chromebooks watching. They're checking brackets every 2 seconds.
Because we are a learning institution in Hunterdon Central.
A very much learning institution, but even everyone needs a break from learning. Sometimes, Julia, they call national holidays. Brazil plays in the World Cup. It's off work. Holidays. Here in America, I'm smuggling it through my Chromebook.
World Cup, March Madness. It does have some geography involved, so
it does.
Got to give that to the competitions as well.
Indeed. Oh, that's a lovely ball in between 2 lines. Hopkins. See, this game right now, it's just walking around. Central just, there's no one engaging, but again, so much space. Flood. Oh, that ball's passed it behind, but it's just at the moment Franklin will get it, try to launch it up, maybe try to find Gomez. Lose it, Central will control. And up 8-0, not really trying to score. Just trying to drop in and control the ball here as we near under 30 seconds left to play in this half.
30 seconds left. Not much gameplay that's going to go on within that time period. We can expect, though, that the girls' youth teams, I believe also the boys will be out there, are going to be on the field playing a little scrimmage as well, so that'll be something to tune into.
Yeah, we'll see. We're at youth hockey night, youth boys night, youth girls night now, so we'll see how that goes. Erin Johnston, good touch from her. Out wide to her sister. And that will do it for the first half. So 8 the Red Devils put up. 8 in the first half. 0 for the Linden Tigers. Going in the second half of this first round of states here. We'll see for the start of that.
And joining us here at halftime is Red Devils senior Emily Dendis. So Emily, here we are, playoff time. I know you guys have been looking forward to it all year. What's it like to finally be in this position?
We are so excited, especially since we got ranked number 2 in states, which we really weren't expecting because we were playing Watchung, Westfield, all those high-ranked teams. We have a game versus Linden, which we are very excited for, and I think we are going to succeed very well and hopefully win the sectional champions and then go on to win the states.
So Emily, last year you guys went a pretty good ways, and you had that tough loss in Westfield. What did you learn from that day, and did you mark it down as how we feel and we're going to bring it to them next year?
Yes, Westfield was a very horrible loss. We all felt horrible. We were all crying. We all didn't know what to do. We knew our season was over, but we came in this year, the seniors, being on the team last year, we're like, we cannot feel that way again. We cannot lose. We need to win. This is our final time. This is our final year.
And I imagine there's a point now that you're a senior, the next loss is your last game. Has that hit home yet for you?
It really hasn't, because this Central soccer since my freshman year, everyone has been so welcoming, and I don't know what I'm going to do when it's over.
Have you had a chance to look back and reflect on your Central career at all, Emily?
Not yet. I'm just waiting till we win that championship so that I can finally look back and be like, wow, I've had an amazing time at Central.
And today we've got some bonus coverage at the halftime show for the Red Devils game against Linden. We're joined by Red Devils senior Isla Krewicki. Isla, has it hit yet that the next loss is your last and we are in the playoffs?
I think that something we've all been really focusing on right now is just keeping a good mentality. We can't be focusing on the negative and the possibilities, the what ifs. We're focused on going out there, giving our best game, and making sure that we come home with the win, because that's what we all want.
You guys obviously had a very successful season, but this was what you were waiting for starting today. How does it feel having this opportunity in front of you?
Well, I mean, just as it has felt in the past, it's extremely exciting, and we're all extremely grateful to be a part of this team and in this tournament. And I think that we're just looking to capitalize off of it and to just make the most of our opportunities that we're so grateful to have.
Isla, as a senior, have you had the opportunity to reflect yet on your Red Devil career?
Yes, I think that after every game I kind of sit and reflect. I mean, I'm so lucky I get to play with my sister this year, and it's just been a great experience. So over the past couple years, I've been able to grow as a person, as a player, and as a captain on this team. Being in a leadership role, I've been able to really just develop my skills and make the best environment for everyone, and that's something that I'm extremely grateful for this team.
And that was Red Devils senior Isla Krawicki. Stay tuned for second half action.
So we are back, just about back, ready for the second half here. The Linden Tigers face off against Hunterdon Central Red Devils. NJSIAA North Jersey Section 2 Group 4 tournament. This is the first round. 2-seed Hunterdon Central currently winning 8-0 against the 15-seed Linden Tigers. Zartachi will cut that one out early on. So, Red Devils, looks like they'll stay with Keller in goal. Johnson playing right back. Themask left center back. Krawicki, right center back. Artachi, left back. Hopkins, Aaron Johnson, Madison Decatur in the center of the pitch. And it looks like Aubrey Ferguson coming in. Allison Grillo off to the left. And I'm not sure who's up top because he's not on my roster, so that is my fault there. But of course, we only get really what they give us, and this is what I was given, so that's my fault, isn't it? But nothing we could do about it now. Some of the rosters, Julie, you can't always quite get all the numbers on NJCom when we print them out where we're looking.
To me up top it looks like Aubrey Ferguson.
Off the right, yeah.
I believe also Allison Grillo. And number 12. Must
so,
be an underclassman, not too sure.
Yeah, we don't have her, so we'll get noticed on that. Johnston, ref blows a whistle. Free pizza tonight, Julia. I didn't get my slice yet. I think it's all gone, which is a bit disappointing.
I
did just eat pasta though, so I guess,
Yeah, that's true, but if you're already having one, might as well go for the other,
Indeed. Now play wide here, Red Devils. Looks to see some more possession from them this half. Hopkins, nice turn. Here's Artachi. Good run by Grillo Mates, who had that brilliant chip against North Hunterdon last time out. Before the 101 Sussex, it was a beautiful chip out there to score first of the season. Well, it's a lovely chip, lovely goal. Keller plays one out wide for Johnston. Good one-touch football by her. Decatur for Ferguson. Nice from her, Johnston. Again, nicely done one touch. Not too difficult for the Red Devils, Julia. Played at a walking pace at the moment. But one sport that doesn't walk is cross country. I believe at a meet today, JV. Do you know the results of that, Julia?
Cross country today, I'm not sure. I believe we did we did run pretty well today. It was the boys out for the championships, so I'm not sure I can get the status on that if we would like it, Tyler.
Yeah, let's get it, Julia. Get on it.
Okay, so let's see.
So throwing for the Tigers here. It's number 4, Kathleen Del Carmen to take it. It's launched with more height rather than distance. Johnson fighting. And that's a free kick. Olivia Krawicki take. Isaac out for it now. So it looks like Dennis, Brennan, Fasinelli, McKenna, and the two Dennis sisters. Looks like they'll be playing as ball girls for this half. Which is a bit interesting, Julia, since they have all these little kids here. None of them, I guess, volunteering to do it, so Mr. Short just gives them some pink shirts and says, get on with it.
Indeed, it looks like also there might be something going on in the stands right now with most of the youth girls as well, so yeah, maybe that's why.
For our youth night, I had to sign 16 drawstring bags. My signature was very nice, Joy, if you're wondering.
Really?
Oh, right on cue, the pizza's delivered. I told you we were going to get some. Chloe loves it. Ball's played up, Gomez. She's been a bit off to the 20-goal season striker. Johnson for Kowicki. And their touches look smooth tonight. They cater lovely. That time she gives it away. Commentator's curse, of course. Here's Gomez. Can combine. Nice 1-2 from Franklin. Or Linden, I should say. Excuse me. The Tigers looking well. Gomez cuts in. Out wide and out of play. So that was probably the best bit of play there from the Tigers. And all they can do is concede a throw-in.
Indeed. You know, I was not able to find any information on the boys' meet tonight, but for cross country. But, you know, they did place second last week for the Hunterdon Warren Sussex. Girls cross country placing first, so I just texted a friend, hopefully seeing if I can get the results of today, but hopefully we got some good news on the way. Not sure how the meet went today.
Well, hopefully indeed. So, dude, I saw your boy Delisle today in the Commons. Track season. What do you expect from this track season this year? Lost a lot of good players, but what are we expecting?
You know what? We did lose a lot of great players. For example, Noreen Hussein, who was just an all-around athlete. 2 years ago, we lost some of the...
She played soccer as well, Julia.
Indeed. She played soccer all 4 years.
Johnston there.
We did lose a lot of players who were just super dominant last year as well. So it's a pretty much new, fresh team for Hunterdon Central for track and field. So it's really going to be up in the air this season, so super excited to see what it holds, but definitely we'll have a lot of work to do to get to where we were just a few years ago.
Yeah, hopefully we can broadcast a couple games, you know.
Meets?
Yeah, meets. My bad, Julia. I was talking to Griffin Meyer today, and Coach Santos very intact with the hockey team. Central losing a lot of key players, graduates, but also Colin Watson, Ryan Levesque transferring out of Hunterdon Central. So hockey, I think, will be interesting. That's coming up shortly. Hockey, Julia, it's a winter sport. It's basically starting to fall. So I was talking to him, looking forward to seeing that. Them playing a lot this year. It's just a great sport to watch. And here's Artachi. All the way back for Keller. Ooh, that could have been bad. Here's Hopkins. Ferguson. Hopkins. Nice 1-2. They're just passing around Tigers. In behind. Agrillo will try to get in. Johnson. Ooh, nice touch. Johnson, again, just been the pivot, Julie. Been able to just open things up, switch things around. That's a nice touch from Grillo. Combining well. Out wide. Have a 2v1. They can isolate it if they want, and that's what they do. Ferguson will get there. Cross in. Tachi. Keeper's nowhere near. Grillo's on. And they just pull it out again. Gorilla about poor Tots. Can she stay with it? She tries, but it's out of play. So some other news for you, Julia, in the world of soccer. Juventus have Turin. Of course, one of the biggest teams. Ronaldo just came from them a couple years ago. Missing out on the Champions League, Julia, for the first time since 2013. Italy, they did win the Euros, but one of the club teams, Juve, they're giant. You know, missing out on the Champions League, having a rough year. Italy missing out on 2 straight World Cups. Lately, it's been tough for the Italians. Barcelona out of the Champions League 2 years in a row. Will be playing Europa League again. City through top of the group, my team. So a lot of results coming in the Champions League. Porto winning 4-0 today. Inter as well. Chelsea beating Salzburg yesterday convincingly. And MLS playoffs getting started finishing rather, I should say. Come down to the conference finals. NYCFC winning big on the weekend. Hopkins for Johnston. So the world of sports really interesting. A lot of things starting up and a lot of things finishing.
Speaking
right
of
at the same time.
You know, speaking of a lot of things finishing, we had the boys 5K run, junior varsity championship.
Scores. What happened, Julie? Tell us.
So not looking too great from the start. We got first through 7th place, all for Westfield. Overall, super impressive times from them. About 17 minutes for a 5K.
Wow.
Throughout all of those boys consistently.
And that's JV, isn't it?
Indeed it is.
That's impressive.
You know, Hunter and Central, we only had one in the top 25 placed, so that's Brian Armstrong for Hunter and Central at 21st place. He finished with a time of 18 minutes and 26 seconds. You know, we got sectionals coming up this weekend for boys and girls cross country, so hopefully we'll see some good things from them. Unfortunately, I do know that a lot of the cross country kids are sick right now, so that may contribute to times and performance for our Hunter and Central cross country team overall. But you know, we got to think positively, hopefully look forward. Super strong team this year. We got players like Noah Smith who are running, you know, under 5-minute miles. He runs a 4:20, I believe, for the mile. So players like him really are going to be able to dominate and show in these 5K races. So super excited to see those results soon.
Yeah, not just the cross-country team. Everyone's kind of sick now at the moment. Boys soccer, having a couple of illnesses. So early in the year with football. Looks like Emily Colton's getting warmed up on the far side coming into this one. Oh, look, the boys soccer team getting on sideline creative. Ooh. Chance for Linden. That was a good save by Keller. It'll be a Tigers going. I think this is their first of the night. Interesting to see how the Red Devils can defend it. Whipped in well. Played around. And that's a goal kick. Johnson's look good tonight. They all really have. Ferguson. Johnson again. Hopkins, nice catch from her. Abby Johnson overlap from Ferguson. Brilliantly done. That was liquid, as they say, Julia. How they're moving the ball. Isaac, good touch from her. Tachi does well to keep that one in. Tachi again. Olivia Krowicki. Out wide for Johnson. Ferguson. It's a bit bricky to touch. Hopkins will fight. And will fight well. Abby Johnson. Ferguson. Looks to combine. Played him well. Pass out well can be completed. Agrilla will fight. Cater will win. Artachi. Julia, what did you make of the halftime scrimmages at Youth Night?
You know, I know you weren't here to see them, but there was a lot of play, a lot of players also on the field as well. So it's great to see the large community that is participating in soccer here in Flemington. So super excited to see what the future holds. You saw a lot of the girls on the Hunterdon Central girls soccer team too out supporting the youth players. You saw Natalie Brennan participating in games, Isla Croakey, Emily Dendis, Lexi Dendis. So super nice to see that the community coming together for Hunterdon Central's girls soccer.
I'm going to take a
night.
bit of credit for that, Julie, because I actually coached many of these youth kids. Saturday mornings at Barley Sheep School. Coached 4 to 8-year-olds, Julia. I'm molding the next generation.
Indeed, I could say the same for track and field.
Oh, alright, can you?
Coach Delisle's program, I coach on Sunday mornings for 2 hours every morning, and that is players who are from the age of 6 to 13. So I believe it's first grade all the way up to 8th grade in his Red Magic program. So super exciting there.
We're out there for 4 hours, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
So now Emily Colton coming into this one for Megan Keller. Brilliant to see every player getting minutes here tonight, and significant minutes as well. All 3 goalkeepers getting in. We saw yesterday goalkeepers, Julia. We saw Daniel Kellogg coming into the game. For me, he was the man of the match for me. The way he just hasn't played a lot over the past 2 years, which has been definitely tough for him. He just comes into that game, and the saves he made was brilliant from him. And that's what I mean. Being switched on to be ready to when you're calling action is an important skill, and he's done it well yesterday. And you never know, Kawiki get down. They could need Keller, they could need Emily Colton. So good to see him getting minutes.
Indeed, Daniel Kellogg only about 2 minutes to warm up, while the athletic trainer was caring for Callan Armitage.
Yeah, he does have concussion and I think a broken nasal bone, so he'll be out for the rest of the season. Terrible for him. It's good.
You know what? It sucks to see someone as valuable as Callan Armitage be out for the rest of the season, but it is going to be really nice to see what Daniel Kellogg can bring to the Hunterdon Central boys
Kellogg,
team.
Sam Freed as well. And that's the thing, you know, those two are both really good keepers, but Callan just makes them look so average, which is the biggest compliment to him I could give. Kawiki now switching to right mid. Ferguson will go through the middle mainly, because Grillo can play there as well. Kawiki again. Hopkins. Johnson with the man on. Don't know if you heard the shout. Abby Johnson team has playing as the center backs. Good football here again. Out wide. Artachi, good touch. Central girls will play Elizabeth this Saturday. They'd be East Side. Of course, assuming that they can hold this 8-0 lead.
You know, Elizabeth is ranked 7th overall seed.
The seed, yes.
And then Hunterdon Central's 2, so that will be a pretty good game to watch overall. Pretty competitive, I'd say. So it'll be interesting to see how Hunterdon Central can go from a game like this where, 8-0 after the first half to a game against Elizabeth where it'll be slightly more competitive.
Certainly will. I was walking Julia to change into some new clothes for the second half, and I was walking by the Franklin, kind of like the Franklin huddle, and coach is really trying to motivate his girls, trying to get them ready for the second half. They're trying to fight off, but really it's been so passive for them. Of course, Central's a great team, we know, Schubach, Dennis, all of them, but they just haven't showed fight. They haven't showed that they want the hunger. Still walking around the center of the pitch. Haven't looked like they wanted to play. Haven't looked like they're brave. And that's something you need to be. Every time you step out on the pitch, Julia, you have to be competitive, be brave, and you gotta be willing to compete. And you gotta have the love for the game. And Franklin Linden, just has not done that tonight. Central, on the other hand, Bravery's been really well. The way they've been playing, passing through, it's brilliant to see. It's been like Barcelona in their prime, 2009, 2010, Julia. Champions League final that year when Messi scored the header. It was regarded as the most brilliant game of football ever played. How the game is meant to be played. It was beautiful. Go back and watch it if you get a chance. That team, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Messi, David Villa, Neymar, I think. Oh, I'm not sure if Neymar was there. Probably at Eto'o there. Pedro as well. Puyol, Piqué, Alves, Jordi Alba, Victor Valdez. I mean, the team was exquisite, Julia. Against Manchester United, who were very good themselves. Wayne Rooney, Ryan Giggs, Scholes. They made them look so average, Julia. The way they were passing through, it was just like hot butter through a knife, which I cut today in cooking class. Foods for Fitness, that was. I mean, it was just exquisite stuff to watch. Messi scored the towering header at the back stick. Messi scored 2 goals the other day, 2 assists. He's looking in the form of his life going into the World Cup, Julia. That's why I'm picking Argentina's favorite. Well, as my favorite as well, Messi's been playing brilliantly. So we now can confirm to you number 12 on the ball for right now. So that's the Tanque for Central. And 25 out wide is Lily Seville. Some more underclassmen, some more freshmen getting in. It's the lack of numbers in the program at the moment, but it's important that they're getting these players minutes because they'll need them in the future years. Rolled out for Vanessa Tanque in towards Krowicki. Agrillo's making a pretty good run. Shows again. Now goes line. She gets it. Has her head up. Can she pick something out? It's not a bad ball if it can get on. It does. Here's Ferguson. Agrillo's in again. And she's offside. That would have been nice. Just like that, Julia. 18 minutes left to play in this second half in this game in total. Ferguson, touch. Krowicki now playing as a 6. Players, loads of players getting chances, but loads of players getting chances in different positions as well. Grillo lost out there. Itachi keeps it in. Good movement from Mazak. Good touch. Skips Johnston. Tanque played up. Krowicki. Ferguson. Oh, seam splitting, but too far. The turf, I saw it. It's dried off a bit, but still slick, so you gotta be careful. And these throw-ins here from Del Carmen, Kathleen Del Carmen on the throw-in. So you got one there, Del Carmen, but off Gomez. They've been had a lot of height, not much distance, though. Johnston's looked very good tonight. Tonka Johnston, one-touch football, Krowicki, Agrillo, back for her. Gomez, no joy, and this is Gomez, Julia. She's been their main scorer for them, 20 goals, 5 assists to junior, but they made her look very bad tonight, the Red Devils, and it's partly because maybe Linda's not up for it, maybe she's not up for it, but the Central's been defending super well. And the reason why defending super well, Julie, is because when you have the ball, you don't actually have to defend. It's the best form of defense. Possession and attack. Itachi, Johnson, out wide. Spray out wide, but out of play. Darn on the far side. Colton back there. This is Samantha Colton plays basketball for Central. Interesting to see what they can do this year. Tabitha DeVries just committed to Brandeis to play D2 basketball, I think. So let's see what they can do this year. Julia, basketball is a tough sport for you to announce. You struggled early on. How are you looking forward to it this year?
You know, it will be exciting. Basketball is very fast-paced, so overall, very exciting game. Almost always. There's a lot going on in basketball, too. Always got to keep your eyes peeled, so that's super exciting. But regarding the girls' basketball team this season, you know, it will be interesting to see where the team lies. Most of the team this year is going to be made up
of players last year.
Well, that's very good, too. But, you know, a lot of the players last year who will be on varsity this year haven't had much varsity experience. You know, you're having a lot of juniors on JV coming up to play at the varsity level this year.
Yeah, but they did have a lot of juniors last year, and some varsity, only 3, I think, seniors graduates. So that should be good for them. And one of the juniors last year on the team, Kylie Siebert, in my cooking class, Julia, she's one of your favorite players to watch as well. Can you tell us why?
Oh, you know, there's a couple reasons. I got a running joke between me and you, Tyler, that involves Kylie Siebert, so it's always interesting to see her play, but, you know, super excited for that basketball season and, you know, seeing her shine out on the court.
Yeah,
Sorry, not the field.
She'll be a floor general for them, certainly. Mike D'Alessandro, another one of your friends out there, Julia. You really got bodies in all different parts of the school. Track out here.
Of course.
Basketball, cross country as well. Johnson, Ferguson. Played up. Played back to Muniz, who was, I think it was her grandmother, was getting very disappointed about the abuse she was getting in the first half from the boys soccer team. We do like to heckle a little bit, but they seem relatively quiet to me. I've certainly quieted down a lot here in the second half.
Indeed, you know, I did hear it myself from Hunterdon Central varsity wrestler Henry Wilkinson, who is also a homecoming court nominee. So he was talking about how he did receive a little bit of feedback on quieting down when it comes to the Linden Tigers goalie. But you know what?
They're here to watch, and they're allowed to do say what they want as long as it's not too offensive.
You know, no feedback from the referee, and that's the only person who's really gonna impact their rowdiness when it comes to tonight's game. So
now Casey McKenna handing out Sour Pitch Kids, I think it is, to the boys team. Halloween in the mood. Your favorite candy, Julia?
My favorite candy, I don't think you're gonna know this one. Zots.
Definitely do not know that one.
Yeah, it's like a
good pace from her that time. What is it? Is it chocolate?
No, I'm not a big fan of the chocolates personally, but I'm getting yelled at in the press box.
Callan Armitage also hates chocolate. That's a lovely skill there from
Really?
Yeah, he hates chocolate. I love Butterfingers, Julia.
Butterfingers, that is not one you hear every day.
Oh, exquisite, aren't they? Our coach, Coach Deneen, talked to me a lot about different Irish things. Irish chocolate, he says, is some of the best ever. Mr. Johnson having Baby Ruth good as well. And he also talked to me about Irish coffee, Julia. Whiskey and coffee. Interesting, he seems to try.
You know what? That does sound very Irish if I don't say so myself, so.
Not till you're 21, he told me, though. Or 18 in Ireland.
Indeed, you know. Depending on where you live, it varies, so.
That's true.
If you want whiskey in your coffee, gotta be 18 in Ireland.
Well, you know what he told me? He said, it's for times when you're having, you can drink it when you're having a bad day, or if you're having a good day. And one training we trained, and he was very tired one day, and I said, I said, Coach, you need one of those Irish coffees. He says, that's the problem, too much of those. And that being said, I don't really like coffee that much.
Yeah, neither do I. Not my favorite.
I get my caffeine from cacao nibs, which I had this morning, imported from Northern Africa, Brazil as well.
Interesting.
Indeed. Oh, look, Emily Dennis and Natalie Brennan taking the girls for a little jog here, Julia. She's really having fun with these fours she's been with all night for the most part. We're nearing into 10 minutes left to play in this second half. This game as well. Central, comfortable lead. As comfortable as you can get, 8-0. And they've dominated in every stat, apart from goal kicks, as we've gone over. Goal, shots on target. Possession, passes completed. Expected goals. Dribbles completed. Successful dribbles. Anything you want, Julia. Key passes. Some of the stats these days are just brilliant. I see AWS. You see Watson coming out with all the different metrics. I love when you watch the Bundesliga, which is the German top flight. You see the goal probability. Some goals, and you think someone scores an easy goal, they say probability is, what, 20%. So very interesting there. And that's a foul for the Tigers. Will be a free kick. And Mr. Spencer looking at the pizza, and he strikes. So let's see what we've had, Julia. We've had Frank with some salmon, some cucumber, lemon, lime, Gatorade. We've had some brilliant beef sticks he made, homemade venison jerky. Well, not even jerky, well, it was just cooked in the oven. And now we have pizza. Last year for Lacrosse State's finals or sectional finals, I brought bagels. Julia, you're still yet to provide anything for the press box. You did give me some decent things last week. Of course, for the football games, we talk about the tailgating. We have the chili contest last week, which was nice. But the foodie is just a nice perk for the job.
Indeed. You know, Tyler, you actually are wrong on your facts right there. I was the one to provide the cucumber lime Gatorade, so.
Oh, well.
Well, that actually, technically it was the moms.
Yeah,
the football moms. But, I brought it to the press box.
You did. And football having the playoff game for them this week. I was talking to Chuck Cowart, another one in my cooking class, and he says their team's good, but they've lost mostly all the playoff teams. They only really beat one, lost to Sayreville. So this is a team that they can beat for sure. Let's see who's on the ground now for Central. I think it's a Grillo. Hello's in the Grillo, that is. See what she's doing there on the floor. Mr. Pete out there, been called into a lot of action. Julie, the gymnasts were telling me that he's used constantly for them. Always constantly used for action. Sorry, I can't keep a straight face. The boys' team is talking to me, all of them down there, Julia.
You know what? That's actually Sydney Artache.
Artache, good eye by you there. Schubach looks like she's back in the game. Looks like they're being very bored on the sideline, playing a little game of keep you uppy over there. Now the clock is stopped at 7:55. So this is what we're going to see a lot from Schubach next year, playing as a center back for the Gamecocks, South Carolina, Columbia. Kevin Murtaugh, remember him last year on the boys soccer team. That's a brilliant touch from Grillo. Goes there as well. Not wide enough how to play. Let's see, it looks like, I don't really know where Schubach is. Left back maybe. So you could just, when you're good, you just can really play anywhere, can't you? Johnston. Tanaka out wide. Kowicki. Ferguson. To her again. Can't bring it under control. Del Carmen now. Colton. Meat and drink. Julia, do you remember what that means, meat and drink? A routine save for a goalie. I told you in the first half.
I do remember you telling me.
Gotta pay more attention, Julia. I just said it to you. Routine save. That's what it means. Meat and drink. I heard Derek Ray say it a lot, announcing for FIFA. This will be the last FIFA, Julia, FIFA 23 with the EA branding. Very sad moment. Cut back there. Are you a big gamer, Julia? A big FIFA fan, are you?
No, but my brother is, so one thing I do know about FIFA is that the soundtrack is very, very good.
Colors was on a couple years ago, the World Cup song by Jason Derulo. This year there's a lot of World Cup songs, just 3. I don't know if you've heard them. They're interesting, not as, I think, famous as Waka Waka or Flags or Colors or anything like that. But we'll see how they get, if they fare on. There's so much hype around the World Cup. I mean, it's crazy. It's basically coming around in 20 days or so. The U.S. have England, Iran, have Wales in their group. And they've never lost England in the World Cup, which will be the most difficult team. England on paper are good, but the way they play, very negative. Looks like Trent Alexander-Arnold probably won't be going to the World Cup with his dip in form. Center back is a question mark for them. And U.S. lost to Japan and then tied to Saudi Arabia, which I think I was here the day after, the day they were playing. And so for them not coming into good form, a lot of questions around who is their striker going to be, who is their best midfield 3, their center backs still aren't settled, goalkeeper even, so loads of questions. Do have some talent. Gio Reyna's fitness is a question. His dad Claudio Reyna playing for the U.S. a couple years ago, or more than a couple I should say. It's a brilliant touch from Olivia Krowicki, the one they call Lou. See him saying Lou a lot. So that'll be the question for the U.S. And another thing, their jerseys are just not good, Julia. The U.S. their home kits are very bad. Their away kits are decent. That's one of the major problems I have with their team this year. Shoebox open on the far side. Here she is. And just plays simple passes in Decatur. Shoebox is on the overlap. And still Johnson. Interesting to see Shoebox in this game later on, Julia. What do you make of that?
You know what? I'm not exactly sure why they do have her being played right now, but it is always good to have someone of a captain position, that leading role on the field to just direct the team to the victory as well. So
yeah, indeed. Well, Grillo gets done there. Red Devils easily could have scored if they slipped the ball through, but they just trying to keep possession of it done all day. Del Carmen, Kathleen Del Carmen, number 4 running with that one. Will draw the foul. The left back for the Tigers. Chloe looking very engaged in this game next to me. I think Jack, I don't know where Jack is. If he left, he came in, he's out.
You know, I'm not exactly sure. You do have all of the marching band. It seems like they're in uniform. Not exactly sure what's going on. You have the...
Well, I'm very confused as well, Julia, but...
You have the percussion outside practicing right now, so... Not exactly sure what to make of it. It looks like almost all of the color guard equipment is being moved out to the field, so maybe it's for an after-game practice before a big competition coming up. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, they lost the last one, but I think it was half a point, so huge for them to get back to it. It was Ferguson and Agrillo taking passes back and forth. What they say, what Martin Tyler and Smith would say in FIFA is they're having a game of their own here. Just passes back and forth, back and forth. Grillo trying to get to it, cleared up. Johnson should be able to cut it out. She does. Towards Schubach, lovely toe to get in from her. Ooh, miscommunication. She's there, the Decatur's there as well. Krowicki, Ferguson in loads of time, loads of space. We'll have time. Taking on the overlap. Another miscommunication from them. Touch. Good touches from her. Johnston. Johnston again. Schubach drives. Ferguson loads of space. She'll get it. She's through if she wants it. I don't know if she does. That's played back. Goes to Seville. I guess they didn't want it. 1:10 left to play. Mr. Spencer's still chirping on the mic there, making sure everything's in check. No Frank tonight, Julia. It's been a bit sad. No Mr. S. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, we didn't have Frankie yesterday. We didn't have Mr. S yesterday. So, haven't seen them in a while, but hopefully...
Oh, he's fishing,
Oh,
Frank. He better
that's
come back
true.
with some salmon for me, so...
You know,
something.
I knew he was going fishing, but I wasn't sure if it was during the week or during the weekend. So, it looks like it's during the week right now. So, super excited to see what he might catch and come back with.
So it looks like the Denton sisters, McKenna, Casey McKenna, and Brannigan in a picture there. Grill's in behind. Schubach, she's in. She wants her 4th. And she will get it. Or, I don't know, is her 4th or 5th? What are we looking at, Julia? That's 9 for the Red Devils and an assist for Grillo.
You know, that should be her
first of her
4th
year.
goal of the night. 26 right now
So
on
that's-
the record for this season.
That's a hatful, Julia. A hatful for 4 goals. Well, she came in with 21. She's 26. That's 5, I think, for her. Because Dennis has a brace. Dennis has a brace, and Parente has a brace. So 5 for Schubach, 2 for Parente, and 2 for Lexi Dennis. As the Red Devils put 9 past the Tigers to advance to play Elizabeth on Saturday in the 2nd round of the state tournament. So that'll do it for our coverage tonight here on HUT. Thank you for all you guys tuning in. Red Devils soccer tomorrow, big game, first round of states against JP Stevens. Saturday against Elizabeth. Volleyball tomorrow as well. Thank you to Julia. Thank you to everyone else that made this night possible. Thank you for tuning in. Have a lovely night.